What's up everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to go into a bit of detail on everything wrong with my Nissan Silvia. But as you can see, I've left this garage for a while. So welcome to my humble abode. Ow! Right. I think we'll be able to get it out. Ah! So the car hasn't actually moved since I got it back from Dory Fest. It's still kind of miserable. We don't even know if it's going to drive, so we'll find out now. But I need to fill you in on everything going wrong with it. Everything I need to change, because we've kind of got to a bit where it needs upgrading. Let me get it out and we'll explain. It's not doing one of its weird things. So you want to own a Nissan Silvia, I hear you say. Let me ask you, why the fuck would you want to do that? Stupid ass cars. It's still a lot of money. I know you're watching me cable tie a broken bumper up, but you lot have made this happen. I'd have sold it for cheap. Not anymore. Just gonna make sure the house is locked. Don't know one's stealing me dog. Oh, too old for this shit. Well, it's not blown up yet. That's good. That's good news. The gearbox isn't doing the gearbox thing, which is weird. Oh yeah, I'll have an ice cream. No, I won't really. I'm too fat. That guy's looking at this, going, "Man, that's probably the only car in the entire world that attracts more children than my van does." Did I bring the other hat with me, or is that still in the M3?
That's still in the M3.
Is it, yeah? Right, people, we are down here in a nice little industrial estate with my Nissan Silvia S15, but there's going to be zero drifting in today's video. Right, so what I need to do is kind of break down everything that's going wrong with the car, what's happening with the car, and what I need to do to fix the car up. So come on in, Sam, and let's have a little look. Start off by just saying, the wrap still looks mint, right? I think the livery looks so cool, the branding looks amazing, but one of the boys up at Driftland got a little bit close, has rubbed my G3 sticker off down here with his tyre, which is pretty cool, I guess, but it is what it is. Then, if you come back in a bit closer again, you'll see all the livery's kind of falling off around the petrol cap. Now, if anybody watched my Dory Fest video, you'll have seen why the car has got a leaking fuel system. And there's, every time the car, you throw it right and it squats down, it just pisses fuel out. Fresh V-power is flying out the side of the whip, not getting burnt by the engine, which is very annoying, very expensive, and very frustrating. As we come around here as well, you'll see my rear bumper has kind of took the brunt of one of the hills at Driftland. I sent it in and fucked it up, basically. It's the only way to explain it. I saved the rest of the car, but the bumper's pretty mashed. Wouldn't mind getting another one at this point. It's all held together by cable ties. I kind of need to fix that, considering what we do with the car. It's a bit of an arse ache, but it's one of those things. We've actually, as you see as well, we're still running a full set of wheels, which is a very rare thing on this car. Normally we run odd wheels, but it is what it is. But other than that, them bits of damage on the livery down there and on the rear bumper, the livery's actually held up really, really well. So I'm really happy with that. Violent D, hopefully we'll be up there again soon. Catching up with him, I miss Craig, he's a great dude. So he's been doing some drifting as well, and he's been working on his car too. So we want to go and check that out. Now, as we come back around the front, you'll see this front bumper, I don't mind this getting destroyed. I have no problems with that getting a bit wrecked, because that is a replica bumper. I bought it off Mitto, had it painted, and it serves its purpose. We don't mind wrecking this. This is okay. We've got a really nice, genuine Vertex bumper in the garage if we ever do go to any events or shows again. But we've been a bit lackluster on them, especially with this car in recent time. So, all the problems with it, I guess, because there's a few now, which is really annoying. But the car itself has done me 2 years of solid goodness, so we've got no overall complaints really. Let's go from the back to the front. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. So at Driftland, you will have seen I blew a gearbox. We've put the new gearbox in. It's just another 5-speed that I bought off Jonathan, one of the lads that we drift with. Then up at Driftland, we had the fueling issue. This fuel neck, we think the fuel neck that actually goes into the tank has split, and I just need to order another one basically. That's not going to be the hardest job in the world to fix. I might even try and do it myself, I don't know. I'll get to that a bit later. But under here, under the car, the diff has got to the point in this car where the cups are moving quite drastically now, which obviously isn't ideal. And I either get this one rebuilt or I buy another one. But there's a bit of a crossroads we're getting to, because this gearbox needs to come back out. Through no fault of the gearbox. The gearbox is fine. But the problem I have is we're getting some quite nasty rattle through the gear knob, which it didn't do just then, annoyingly. But I think it's either something with the clutch or some part of the gearbox has failed and it's causing a bit of a problem. But here's where we're at. So here is my conundrum. We've got a list of problems, which I might actually just put up on the screen here right now while I'm talking. So Sam, stay in the same position. I'll stand over here. And this is all the issues that I would like to change or resolve. So where are we at? We've got two things we can do, right? So this is the cheaper option first. Cheaper first. We just have the diff rebuilt, put a different gear ratio in there because I really hate the gearing in this car for the circuits I get to drive. The circuit I'm going to be at next year is Mondello Park, but I'll get to that in a later video. And I want to be able to use the backtrack in third, but it's too slow in second, so I'll be on the limiter in second, and it's not enough in third. So it's very annoying, so I want to change the gear ratio a little bit to make it so I can go around in third gear and be comfortable in third gear without going 4 million miles an hour. We don't want to do that. Then we could also just fix the clutch problem, put a new clutch in, all the bits. We'll take it apart and just figure out what's wrong with it, put a new fueling neck in, and we just send it to Ireland. And we go and drift as much as we can with the Drift Games guys, with the Shanahans, with all of the lads out there, Jack Kelly, all of them. We can just go and have fun whenever we want. It's a quick Ryanair flight, the car will be kept there, and I can just use it when I need, and I can bring it home if I need to, which I don't think I will. Like, the car just takes up garage space now here, which is very annoying. But we can figure something out for sure. Or we go for the expensive route. Now let me get my list out because there's a lot. There's a lot when I was going through this. I messaged the wonderful Garage D for a quote on some work. Do I say prices? Yeah, I can't see why not. So basically what I asked them to do was a brand new diff, and we turned that to the 5x1 flanges and GTST shafts. Now that is one option, which is about £1,800 plus VAT, okay? Plus the rear wheel bearing, sorry, I forgot, rear wheel bearing's gone as well, which is really cheap, they're only £40. Spare pair of rear shafts I asked for, labour to fit the rear end, blah, 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 that's fine, really cheap. A new clutch, about £400, a new flywheel with the solid flywheel conversion for £400. Why do we want to do a solid flywheel conversion? Because I've got a 350Z CDO9 to fit, and to put all of that in, they've said it will cost about £1,300, which is half of the price of me buying the kit from America. So that's actually really good, Garage D. And I really like your prices, and I really like you guys. And also, I like the fact that you've said you'd take the parts off of it and reimburse me with what the market value is on them. I think that's great. Obviously, we've got Jake Crouch as well at 365 Performance that has asked to do a quote. So I'm waiting on to hear back from him. So I'm in a weird position because I've actually got the money to do this if I want to. We've been moving some money around and selling a load of stuff, and finally I got paid by somebody that owed me a lot of money, and like we've got the money now to do that work if I want to, but I have to figure out what route we're going down. So what I want you guys to do down there is let me know, what would you do? Would you do a quick fix to get... Come on, lads. Would you do a quick fix to get the car back on track as fast as possible? Or would you upgrade it and then have a much more solid car but have no money? My big worry is, with all the stuff happening in the world right now, I spend all this money and then it gets to the point where I need it for something else, you know? But I'm not sure, so I'm reaching out to my community here, to my audience that are watching. What would you do? I think the car's fantastic. The car's given me so much joy over the last few years. I'd actually like to not have to do all of this maintenance and upgrade and stuff, and actually buy some shiny things for it. But we can't. It's a drift car. We have to keep this thing living as a drift car. I don't care the value of these cars are becoming. This is a drift car. They're meant to be drift cars. They're the best at being drift cars, so it's gonna stay a drift car. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. I hope you've liked seeing it again. Dory Fest was an amazing experience. I loved it. 2 days up at Driftland with some of the best cars in the country and some of the cars from Ireland. But this car will be spending many a year over in Ireland soon, over with the boys over in Ireland, so I can drift over there with all the people I love, and we can drive with some of the best drivers in the world. Like, that is unmeasurable in terms of progress for yourself. So stay tuned. I really hope you've enjoyed having a look at the car and me explaining everything that has gone wrong. It's quite a lot. Like, fuck. Going to be poor forever, Sam. Like, this is what I've realized. If you want to have cool cars and have nice things and like do these stupid sports, you can't have anything else. You don't get to enjoy anything else. But yeah, I am thinking about sending the car to Ireland and keeping it there. I've got a mapper over there already sorted, Lloyd. I've got a mechanic if needs be in Wayne over at Walkaround Motorsport. I've obviously got the storage at the Drift Games unit. The freaking studio they've got is amazing. I'd love to see the car in there. I'm not gonna lie, even if Dave would just let me put it in there for 20 minutes and get some photos. It's such a cool place. But we'll have to wait and see. The car's been amazing. I really want to put another Recaro seat in it because we've still got that like piddly little bride in there that no European people can fit in unless you're 5 foot and skinny. So what we need to do is make this car just, do I do it? Do I spend all this money? The problem is also, you might have just seen the BMW video that's just gone live. That's broken again. And then I've got another disappointing video to show you in the next one as well, which we're about to go and film. We're still smiling, man. You can't not be. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little look around the car. Let me know what you would do down below in the comments. Remember to check out 621 for all the clothing, the merchandise, the hats. We've got brand new hats that might have even been sold out by this point. So go check it out, 621.com. Check it out, support the brand, see what we're doing, and we'll see you again very soon. Right, Sam, you ready to go film the next most?